Hey there, welcome back to Clicks and Context. I'm Casey Morgan Grant coming to you from CMG Local Solutions in Atlanta, where we help brands get noticed, get clicked, and actually see results. Let's talk about OTT, or streaming, or CTV, whatever you want to call it. It's basically that thing we all end up doing when we say we're only going to watch one episode of our favorite show just to unwind at the end of a day, and suddenly it's 1 a.m. on a work day, and yeah, you've watched the whole thing. Totally haven't done that, by the way. Anyway, advertisers, they're paying attention to that. Not the 1 a.m. part, but the way that viewers are flocking to streaming like never before. Because here's the twist. It's not just scripted shows and documentaries anymore. Live TV is shifting big time. Like, the NFL just casually strolling over to Amazon and Netflix, or WWE packing its bags and heading to Netflix and over to the new ESPN app. All these massive live events that used to be locked into traditional cable, suddenly they're right there on platforms people already watch daily. And that shift, it's basically blowing the doors wide open for advertisers, especially local ones. Because for the first time, you can show up on these national platforms without needing a Super Bowl-sized budget to do it. Local businesses can get in on one of those big-time streaming moments and actually reach audiences watching the same content nationwide. It's like getting VIP access without the VIP price tag. And honestly, it's kind of wild. Now, before everyone panics and throws linear TV out the window like it's the last season's smartphone, let's chill for a second. Linear is very much alive and still very useful to us. Think of it like the steady friend who always shows up on time. There are still huge audiences that watch local channels. They want to get the local news, the local sports highlights, they want to hear about the community stuff, and most importantly, they need the weather and traffic, man, especially if you live here in Atlanta. And here's the cool part. Those local channels can actually be part of your OTT strategy. They're not competing with streaming, they're complementing it. You can run a campaign that hits your audience on their local station, and then that ad can follow them onto their streaming apps later that night. That's when your message really starts to stick because you're hitting that reach and you're hitting that frequency. And since we're already on the topic of what's sticking, let's talk trends. Because OTT is evolving faster than my willpower at a snack table. You've got shoppable ads where people can literally buy something right off the screen. You've got AI-driven personalizations, so your neighbor might be seeing a completely different ad from the one that you're seeing. Hybrid models like AVOD, SVOD, fast channels, they're popping up everywhere like digital dandelions. It's messy and it's exciting, but it's kind of chaotic, and it's happening in the best possible way. And with all this growth, advertisers aren't just throwing money at it randomly anymore. They're looking for real metrics, real attribution, real did this actually work answers. And OTT is getting way better at giving those answers. You can track who watched, how long they watched, who took action afterwards. That used to be a fantasy where OTT is concerned, but now, with attribution, it's just a Tuesday. So yeah, the whole landscape is shifting. Big national platforms that are open to local advertisers, local linear TV that's teaming up with streaming instead of fighting it, live sports jumping apps like they're on tour, and through all of it, OTT just keeps getting smarter and faster and honestly way more fun. And this is where CMG Local Solutions comes in. At CMG, we're helping brands take all these moving pieces that are linear, OTT, streaming sports, fast channels, all of it, and we turn it into a strategy that actually works for that client. Whether you want to show up during a national live event or reach people binge watching on a random Tuesday night, we can get you there. So if you want to make OTT work smarter for your business, head over to cmglocalsolutions.com and let's get started. Alright, that's a wrap for this episode of Clicks and Context. I'm Casey Morgan Grant with CMG Local Solutions. Just remember, the smartest strategy isn't choosing between linear and streaming, it's using both in a way that fits how people actually watch today. Local channels build trust while OTT builds precision, and together, they build momentum for your business. If today's episode sparks some ideas, follow the show, leave a review, and share it with someone who's ready to take their advertising up a notch. Until next time, keep your strategy sharp, your storytelling real, and your media mix future ready. I'll catch you soon.